Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, MECHA FRIEZA and King Cold just got an EZA right here. During this celebration, a lot of the characters are just pretty unimpressive, right? Even the Dokkan Fest Super Trunks is very tough. Now MECHA FRIEZA and King Cold, I feel like I might actually be more annoyed by them than by the rest of the other characters, because the rest of the other characters are, oh, it's, you know, Super Saiyan character number 5,000, right? You know, oh my god, our 50th, you know, Saiyan character. It will survive with them not being that crazy. But MECHA FRIEZA and King Cold, I mean, this would have been a very helpful, I think, unit to be pretty effective. I mean, they probably would be runnable. I did give this as a definite full dodge character for sure. I made sure to give them a full dodge build because maybe I will use this unit at some point. We'll see. Now, one thing I do want to point out really fast is their categories. So they have Wicked Bloodline, Join Forces, Android Cell Saga, Terrifying Conquerors, and Target Goku. This unit is actually not on Transformation Boost because King Cold is not on Transformation Boost, which I do feel like is very stupid, right? I guess that's because he doesn't actually transform, even though obviously he can and probably does and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Seems a little weird. So we're on the Wicked Bloodline team, which is pretty important. MECHA FRIEZA and King Cold, they get 30% attack and defense per Wicked Bloodline category ally in the team up to 90%. I guess technically, so they themselves count. So you only need another 2 Wicked Bloodline units for their you know, for that part of their passive to be fully built up. They do get 30% defense on attacking, 2 key, 120% attack and defense start of turn. They do give Wicked Bloodline category allies 1 key, 30% attack, which I like. And then all allies get 1 key and 50% defense if all allies are Wicked Bloodline category allies. And then, I mean, they get 9 key and an additional super if there's a Super Saiyans category enemy, which, I mean, yeah. I mean, we don't really need to go into that. Super attack effects. On 12 key, they get 30% attack and defense. They lower enemy attack. Then on their 18 key, they get 30% defense. And then they do raise extreme class allies attack by 35% for 2 turns. So they've got like some support capabilities right here. But, I mean, let's just take a look at this. I mean, we have 238k defense. They get 30% when attacking from their passive. And 30% with every super attack effect. I mean, they're dog shit. Like, that's not even... It's just terrible. Like, you know, I don't know why they couldn't have just had, like, if the entire team is Wicked Bloodline, they guard. Or they get damage reduction or something like that, right? Like, that would have been very helpful. And this is a character that, again, does matter if they would actually be, whatchamacallit, like decent. I think that this character being decent would actually help us out a lot. Yeah, we're not going to get our 18 key super with them. I mean, guess what? That's going to be a very common occurrence. This character is probably going to struggle for key quite a bit. Let's take a look at their links. So we have Tough as Nails, Universe is Most Malevolent, Brutal Beatdown, Thirst for Conquest, Strongest Clan of Space, Fear and Faith, and Legendary Power. So they do have, you know, very common sort of like Wicked Bloodline, like clan type links. So that is good. I don't think Golden Frieza will finish this sell-off. Well, let me hope not, because, I mean, we started the fight out with MECHA FRIEZA and King Cold in slot 7. Okay, perfect. All right, here's the guaranteed additional super. Okay, I think we should be good. So let's see what MECHA FRIEZA and King Cold do. Now, if at any point in this run they get caught by a super attack, I mean, I don't know. We're not going to instantly die, but it's not really going to be too impressive. All right, so there's their super attack. Now, we do really want to try and hit the 18 key super with them, because that is going to give us the 35% attack for 2 turns, right? You know, that's going to hit the entire team, which is going to be helpful. So we'll save this STR key right here. Yeah, and I guess not even get a super attack for Cool EZA, whatever. I mean, again, MECHA FRIEZA and King Cold, that's an issue with them, is they're going to struggle for key. Because, let's see, they're getting 2 key at the start of turn, and then they get 2 key from their support passive. So, I mean, this is an LR in 2023 that on most turns, they're just getting 4 key at the start of turn. Terrible, right? Like, that's not the mark of a good LR right there. A unit that's giving themselves 4 goddamn key, right? It's going to be very tough for them to hit their big time 18 key super attacks and stuff like that. So that is just a real bummer, right? So, all right, let's go ahead and see what we get on this next turn from them. We probably will do at least one run against an enemy that's on Super Saiyans, just to sort of see them with that portion of their passive active. I mean, I guess it's always possible that, you know, we get like some sort of red zone or something like that with enemies where we can get those passive those parts of their passive active, but like, do we really think that's going to happen? Like, maybe is the best we could go with. All right, so we are going to get an 18 key super attack right here. So now, you know, they're actually going to be a little bit more effective because they're going to give an attack buff to the next rotation, right? Like, I do find that pretty handy. I mean, you guys know when characters have like this little kind of like support buff on their super attack effects where it's like, oh, it gives allies attack. Like, I always want it to be for 2 turns. I like that, but I mean, this is a pretty, I think, weak character. And, I mean, they're also going to struggle for ki. So, it's just like, if we're in, like, a really tough fight, like, I don't know how consistent that's going to be. I don't think so. You know, them getting that ki, I think, again, it's going to be a major concern that we're going to have to deal with. All right, so let's see what damage they get on this turn right here. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've kind of gone over what this character does for the most part. We definitely need to make sure to get them to 24 ki, right? Oh, nice. Super attack dodge. We love those. 5.74. Really? Yeah, so, I mean, listen. It's not exactly supremely good. And I mean, they are giving support to the entire rotation, right? I mean, we're giving 2 ki, 30% attack, 50% defense to the entire rotation, right? Running on a Wicked Bloodline team, sure, but I mean, you guys can see, right, that it's like, I just feel like this isn't really super impressive, kind of what we're seeing right here. This is not, like, really that good. And I think that even though they are a free-to-play character, right, they're not that easy to EZA. They are a free-to-play character, but it's not like, I mean, you have to get a lot of battlefield currency. Like, that's, I feel like sometimes it's like they don't really make these characters as good as the effort required to get them, especially in the instance of this character, because, I mean, you need to get a huge amount of battlefield currency. Keep in mind that the Cooler is getting buffed by MECHA FRIEZA and King Cold right here, right? Remember, 2-turn buff. I mean, you have to buy them, you know, to Rainbow Level 10 Link EZA Showcase right here. Like, we have to buy them for 300,000 Battlefield Gems a piece. You have to get that 5 times. And then, what is it, like another 500,000 to get the medals to EZA them? That's months of Battlefield grinding. Months, dude. So, man, I don't know. I'm thinking that they're not really looking too hot to me. All right, now, I mean, we're in this. We could easily just die right here. They're getting buffed by Cool EZA. You know, we got a bunch of links activated. I mean, sure, let's see this. I guess we could do another run. They'll look a lot better next to King Cold. Because King Cold, of course, I mean, is also supporting Wicked Bloodline. Another super attack dodge, by the way. We'll take that. But King Cold also has Tough as Nails. Right, 20% defense and 5% damage reduction. I mean, that's going to be huge for characters to actually be able to have that up. Tough as Nails. But, I mean, King Cold, I've found to be pretty effective if we're going into, like, a Super Battle Road stage. But, like, I don't know about, like, using King Cold in, like, a Red Zone stage. I don't know about that. All right, so 6 million is all we got up to. Okay, sure. Not really the craziest. Now, if Cell supers us... Yeah, I mean... Wow, oh, okay, well... Phew! Listen, kids. I mean, that was gonna do a crispy 600k plus right there. You know, it's like, yeah, my strategies do come through for us, but, again, that was gonna be, really, that was going to be really bad for us. Okay. Again, keep in mind that we do have the support active for all the coolers right here. So, I guess in part of this Mecha Frieza and King Cold showcase, you know, we do also have to look at the fact right here that we are getting support. Like, all these coolers, like, their damage is going to be even higher because of Mecha Frieza and King Cold. All right, I mean, I guess we could do one more turn, and then from there, we'll flip on over to another, like a fight. We'll go fight, like, a Super Saiyan enemy, see them. I mean, it's not, they're not really getting an increase in stats from fighting a Super Saiyan enemy, but, I mean, certainly, Ki is going to, like, their 18 Ki will be very consistent with that extra 9 Ki, and then, of course, the additional super attack, right? I mean, they definitely would be tankier as well, since they are getting 30% defense from that. I guess their 12 Ki being a debuff as well could be useful, maybe for, like, Battlefield, or maybe, like, a Super Battle Road stage or something like that, sure. I suppose this character could be decent in Dokkan Battlefield, right? Because in Dokkan Battlefield, there are a lot of extreme STR Wicked Bloodline characters, right? You know, Full Power Frieza, STR, both STR coolers, right? Like, so, you know, we could, and Cool EZA, we could run a very hefty Wicked Bloodline lineup there. Yeah, look at the key issues, man. It's a real thing. All right, we'll hit this. There we go. That is 18 Ki right there. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to do this rotation right here. And then after this, we'll swap over and we'll take a look at how things are going to go. Again, probably against a Super Saiyan category enemy or something like that, right? I also probably do at least want to get one turn, see what their stats look like when we are next to King Cold. So I guess those are kind of like two things we're gonna do here. So it's their damage. They get up to 5.36. It's just so low. Considering the fact that like they could have just made them restricted to the Wicked Bloodline team and given them better abilities. Are you kidding me? All right, man. Okay. There was one attack in the middle slot, right? Like, sorry guys, I'm not playing good enough. I'm so bad at the game. My bad. My bad. Let me just play better, and we'll be good. My bad. My bad. All right, so we are here. This is a good turn because this will be us next to King Cold. We're not fighting a Super Saiyan category enemy yet. This God Goku isn't actually Super Saiyan, right? So this is gonna be everything except for legendary power activated. Yeah, look at their defense. This is mostly because I would say of Tough as Nails. And remember, Tough as Nails not only does it give defense, but they're going to get a little bit of extra damage reduction as well. Okay, sure. I don't think King Cold in slot 1 is going to kill. We could go ahead and do this. We are still going to be shy of 24 Ki. I mean, that's... I guess that's what... Again, this character is just going to struggle for Ki, right? Unless we're going up against a Super Saiyans category enemy. It's just how it's going to be. Alright, let's see the damage that King Cold and Mecha Frieza do here. Alright, calm down, King Cold. Relax, buddy. 6.67. And that was with higher defense as well, thanks to the Tough as Nails link, right? Okay, sure. Alright, I mean, that is a pretty good-looking KO screen right there. I do think that, like, Mecha Frieza and King Cold from that Trunks fight, they definitely could do something with that, right? For sure, they could. You know, give us some sort of nice Dokkan Fest or something like that. I mean, this celebration has been pretty brutal. I mean, I'm looking at all of the characters in this celebration, and they're really, like, it's like, besides Super Trunks' transformed state, like, all these characters are just outright bad. Right? Like, it's brutal. It is brutal. It is brutal. We'll see what, we're gonna get Super Strike Piccolo pretty soon. We'll see if Super Strike Piccolo has got any juice or not. I've got no clue, man. Don't ask me. I couldn't tell you. Alrighty, so... Yeah, now, okay, we have a Super Saiyan category enemy. Now look at Mecha Frieza and King Cold with their Ki, right? So, like, now we're looking really good. Although... We'll hit this right there, bam. And then that... Yeah, we don't have to use items or anything like that. Bam, we're at 24 Ki. This will be a really good turn for us, because we're going to have everything up except for Fear and Faith. Fear and Faith is just Ki anyway. Like, it doesn't actually give us a stats buff. So this is essentially with everything up. And then the lower defense, that's because we don't have Cool EZA around, right? Remember, Cool EZA, of course, is giving Wicked Bloodline category support characters support, right? So, all right. Let's see what Mecha Frieza and King Cold do right here, and then we can finish up. So... Yeah, let me know what you guys think of EZA, Mecha Frieza, and King Cold. I mean, I'm certainly not overwhelmed by them by any means. Like, definitely not. But, I mean, they're not... well, I mean, they're not, like, the worst dog shit ever. 7.24 we get up to. They're not the worst ever, but they're certainly not that good. I mean, I feel like we could... especially if you give them the full dodge build, they are supporting, so they're doing something. And then if we do get the 18 key super, you know, they are giving the 2-turn support as well. So it's like they could give a little bit of support. They've got a little bit that they could help out with, but they just can't take a hit. They're going to struggle for key. They can't do damage, right? Those are 3 things of a character coming out right now that are kind of, you know, unimpressive. So let me know what you guys think about Mecha Frieza and King Cold after their EZA. Alright, this is Counterattack of the Wicked Family, Mecha Frieza and King Cold. Again, I would like to see representation of these guys as like a stronger Dokkan Fest or something like that. I think Mecha Frieza Dokkan Fest would work well. Leader skills, Wicked Bloodline, category key 4 and 130% to stats. 12 key super attack is the full power Death Beam, which gives 30% attack and defense for 1 turn, colossal damage to the enemy, and then lowers enemy attack. Their 18 key super attack is Power of the Wicked Bloodline, which gives them 30% defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage to the enemy, and then they give extreme class allies 35% attack for 2 turns. I do really like that. That is good. Like, if these characters like this would have these buffs from, like, super attack effects, 2 turns is very helpful. I just wish that the character overall was a little bit better to take advantage of that, but that is good. Their passive skill, Dominance and Rule. They get 2 key and 120% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then they get 30% attack and defense per Wicked Bloodline category ally on the team, up to 90%. Now, they themselves will count there, so you only need another 2, right? Then they get 30% defense when attacking. That's a little low, man. I mean, if that was like 100%, like, I think they'd be cooking a little bit more. It's just so low. Like, yeah, change that to 100%, and they'd be a little bit more effective. Then they give Wicked Bloodline category allies 1 key and 30% attack. And then they also give all allies 1 key and 50% defense if the entire rotation is Wicked Bloodline category allies. And then finally, they get 9 key and launch a guaranteed additional super if there's a Super Saiyans category enemy. I just don't think it's going to be very easy for them to come by key unless you're fighting a Super Saiyans category enemy. I think it's going to be pretty tough. Their links are Tough as Nails, Universe's Most Malevolent, Brutal Beatdown, Thirst for Conquest, Strongest Clan in Space, Fear and Faith, and Legendary Power. 12 kill multiplier, 150%. Okay, that's good. Sometimes free-to-play LRs don't have 150% for 12 key. We like that. And then 24 key, of course, is 200%. Then, finally, they're on a couple of category teams, but this is a character I feel like should be on more. I think it's dumb that King Cold is not on, whatchamacallit, Transformation Boost. Is it not weird that this character's also not on Space Traveling Warriors, by the way? Is that, I guess that's, I mean, if we really dug deep into it, why are they not on Revenge? I mean, isn't King Cold didn't lose, but, like, I mean, he's there to get revenge on Frieza's behalf, and Frieza did lose, and so, like, there's actually Transformation Boost, Space Traveling Warriors, Revenge. There's a ton of categories we could point out that they should be on that they're not. It's stupid. So they're, of course, on Wicked Bloodline. It would be fantastic if this character was, you know, a little bit better, because they would, I mean, you could run them and get some effect out of them, but it's just, you have to pray that they don't get hit. I like their support with some of these big guns, like, you know, LR Final Form Cooler and Golden Frieza and Mecha Cooler and stuff like that, but, yeah, I don't know. They're, of course, also on the Joined Forces category team, sure. Then down here, we are on the Android Cell Saga category team, also. Brutal team there. They're also over here on the Terrifying Conqueror category team, which, I mean, is this the best villain team? I don't know, man, because all those Big Bad Bosses characters, I mean, I'm looking at them funny in the light. I'm not sure. I guess Piccolo Jr. is on Terrifying Conquerors, right? And then finally, they're on the Target Goku category team. So they're an STR Super 17 buff, guys. There we go, yeah. So, there we go. There's EZA, Mecha Frieza, and King Cold. I mean, they're pretty mid. I do wish they were a little bit better. I mean, they could certainly help the Wicked Bloodline team out. Let me know what you guys think of them. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.